Welcome to Adelo Studio Music Production, and let's learn keyboard together. In our previous lessons, we learned about the identification of keys and intervals. In this lesson, we're going to learn about the scales. Now, before we go to the scales, if you play the keyboard or you play the notes on the keyboard, you play the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do on the keyboard in different keys, and then you don't know how this scale is formed, you will learn it in this guide, and the name for it you will also learn it. Let's go straight into the video. A scale refers to the numbers or formulas used in identifying and playing the keys on the keyboard in specific formats. A scale refers to the numbers or formulas used in identifying and playing the keys on the keyboard in specific formats. So, the numbers or formulas that are used in identifying or playing the keys on the keyboard is a scale. There are different scales. Okay, that we should know. There are different scales, and then we will look at them in this guide. There are different type of scales used in playing the keyboard, as I just said. 4 of them will be dealt with in this guide. They should tell you that there are more than 4, okay? A, the major, B, minor, C, pentatonic, and D, chromatic scale. The scales here. Note that as you learn the scales, try to practice them and try them in different keys, starting with key C. Now let's go to the major scale. We will focus on the major scale in this lesson, and if we are a bit okay, you will try the minor scale. But for the pentatonic and the chromatic scale, you will do them after the fingering. Yes, after the fingering, or according to fit. Yes. This should tell you that you're getting closer to playing the keyboard. Okay. Let's continue. What is the major scale? The major scale is the most used scales in the keyboard playing in the keyboard playing denoted with a capital M. The major scale is the most used scales in the keyboard playing denoted with a capital M. So when you see a key written with a capital M with it, as let me just show you something like this. Something like having a C and a capital M. This should tell you that this is a C major. When you have F with a capital M, this should also tell you that that is a F major. Good. Now, there's a scale that has 2 steps between the 3rd, 4th, and the 7th, 8th degrees, with whole steps as well. Please, if you are asked to describe a major scale, do not write the major scale is the most used scales in the keyboard playing denoted with a capital M. No, please. You should describe the half step between, or the position of the half steps in the major scale. That is where the mark is. So make sure you identify the position of the half steps in the scale. Thank you. Let's continue. What is the formula? Before we go to the formula, there are some things you're going to need to understand the formula very well. So now, capital T in the formula stands for tonic, which is the key you are playing. Then W in the formula stands for whole steps, as we learned in the interval. And then H stands for half step, as we also learned in the interval. So now we are closer to the scale. I would like you to get a pen and a paper so that you write a scale and then work with it. So you can pause the video at this place, get a paper, or wait for the root piano to open. By the time it opens, then just get a paper and a pen. I'm also going to get mine. We are ready to fly. Good. We're in our root piano. Now the formula is, listen, capital T, W, W, half, W, 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 and a half. So that should tell you tone, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. We have 5 whole steps in all, two half steps, and a tonic. Let me just write it on the screen for you to see. We have the tone, Let me use the black instead of the white. So this is kind of good. Oh shit, let's use different color. Green will be okay. Oh, good. That's not good. So we have the tone, whole, whole, sorry, half, whole, 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 and a half. That is it. So now, you're gonna do it in key C. Taking key C as our home key. Now, in the guide, we saw that the tonic key is the key you are playing. So C is our tonic key. Good. So C is our tonic key. Now the second formula, or the second start from the formula we just wrote as a whole. Please look at your book and then con- connect it. So we have the tone, then the whole step. So we're going to do the whole step. So from here, from key C here to this black key on top here is a half step. From this black key on top here to the white key here is a half step as well. So this half step plus another half step here will give you a whole step. Okay, so we have this to be our whole step. Good. So from key C, we have our whole step here. We also have another whole step to go. So the same way we did this, the same way we did this. So from here to here is also a half step. From here to here is also a half step. So half step plus half step will give us a whole step. So this is where our whole step is. Black. Good. So now they said between the third and the fourth degree of the key there is a half step. So now we found the first degree, which is this, second, third, these are fourth. So this should be the half step here. Yeah, so I'm doing it very fast because I know you understood the half step, so getting this very fast wouldn't be very difficult for you. So now we've got the tone, whole, half. We have three more whole steps to go, then a half step. Let's do it very fast anyway. So we have a whole step here. From here to here is a half step. From here to here is also a half step. So this to this will give us a half step. Sorry, this. Good. So from here to here is a whole step. So we have the whole step here. Good. We have another whole step here. Perfect. Another whole step here. Then a half step. Yes. So this is it. We have the tone, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So that is the major scale in key C. We are doing the major scale, so that's the major scale. The major scale is the tone, whole, half, whole, half. That you should know. So if you go to a keyboard and you are asked to play C major, just remember the formula. Then the T stands for the key in which you are playing, or the key you are playing. So that is, let's say that if that is C, then C will be a tone. Then you look for a whole step. Good. Another whole step. Then a half step. A whole step again. Another whole step. Another whole step. Then a half step. That will be your C major scale. Let's do another one. Then we bring our head to an end. And I'm very sure you will all try it personally on your own. Let's go to key A. Abraham. Adam. Yes. If your name is Adam, you are blessed. Let's go to A. Now, so A, this is our tones. Let's mark it. Let's use this different color. Kind of this color be cool. So this A. Good. Now from A, we go a whole step from A. So going a whole step from A, it's kind of easy. So got here one. This is a half step. From here to here is also a half step. So from here to here, it's a whole step. Very good. Very nice calculation here. You have the A. We have the whole step. Then another whole step. Please, let's be observant here. Somebody will just come and play this key as a whole step, but that's not a whole step. A whole step from here to here is a half step. Then from here to here is a half step. So adding a half step up to this place will give you the whole step. So this key is now your whole step. The black key here is your whole step. I hope you get what I'm saying. Good. Then we go for a half step. You go for a half step. Good. Then a whole step, another whole step, of another whole step, and a half step. Yeah, that's it. So that's it. Yeah. I hope out of this place you've understood something. So it's just making use of the formula. If you know the formula very well, you can form the scale of any key at all. I've done 2 of it for you. You can do the remaining 10 of the keys. Sorry for this. Sorry for this. I'm sorry. So to continue, so just learn the formula. Keep it in your mind. Yes. Keep it in your mind. The major scale. Sorry for what happened now. The call that came. Sorry. So let's continue. So learn the formula and keep it in your mind. That is gonna help you very much. Because when you go to play keyboard and then you are asked to play the major scale, some people they just choose the form, they just choose the positions of the keys or the major scale in the mind, forgetting about how to form it. So if you go somewhere and then they give you a different key, that is, they give you a keyboard with the white keys you are seeing here to be black and the white and the black keys you are seeing at the top to be white, because you only know that the white key is this and that, you will not know how to form the scale. But if you know the formula, forming the scale will be very easy for you, because you just locate the key C, then go a whole step, half, whole half, like that. Good. Let's do something else. So you just keep it here. Yes, just do the major scale for now, and then move on to another thing. So the next lesson we're going to do the fingering. But please, let's be okay with the major scale. Let's try to learn it. Keep it in our mind, please. It's very needed. Thank you.